Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gautin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. It's been all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And it's got folks believing that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. The Giants ready to go to work on offense, and leading them out, their third-year quarterback from Duke, Daniel Jones. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
Running again with Barkley on second down.
Gonna miss that.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Now Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So they give up the completion there. But defensively, Charles, you're going up against a quarterback here who's had some moments, but really a lot of ups and downs in the early part of his career. What's the plan against a guy like this?
Well, you want to rattle him first and foremost. Bring some people at him, a couple extra guys in the pocket, see if he can handle it. The second thing, you want to make him think. Show him one look, go to another, disguise a few things, make him throw into what you call your defensive traps, and try and make some good plays on the ball and get a few takeaways.
Second down, here's Barkley again. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Throwing Jones, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And Ingram holds it in. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You got to find your tight end in that situation.
Bullshit.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Back to throw. Jones throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On second down,
Lance, man, what's going on,
nice
brother?
Up there as he'll take it from the 10
Trade
down to the
you, man. I
5-yard
appreciate
line.
you so much, man.
Driven it down the field
Everything's
nicely
going
here
great,
on
man.
the opening
How
drive,
you
and now
doing,
it's
man?
put up or
Thanks for
shut up.
stopping
No
by.
doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering,
He's right there, you
is the head
fucking
coach thinking,
jackass.
is this
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Randy Gregory drops him for a loss of 14 yards.
You got
and
Twitch
it also
too? Yes,
brings
sir,
up
I do. I
fourth
got
down.
Twitch, YouTube, Facebook. I've got a TikTok, but I don't post much there.
On fourth down on his Graham Gano for the Giants.
Everything
field
sound
goal.
good?
This from 36 yards out.
Diggs?
And Gano's kick is right through. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like we only gave up
Hit me
3.
with the
They
Twitch.
moved the ball
Same
on us
thing,
pretty
brother.
well.
The bigger
And he'll
text,
take it up
except
past
that's
the
the game.
25 to the 26-yard line.
Yeah, bigger
The
text
Dallas
altogether.
Cowboys and Dak Prescott set to go on
I think
offense for
sound
the
look
first
great.
time.
Thank you, man. Thank
And
you.
with
I'm
Dak
glad to
at
hear
the
that.
controls, his 6th season under center now as the Cowboys
Let me do
quarterback.
a little Hail Mary
And he's
real
playing
quick.
at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success,
Hail
but
Mary
in
just
his
for you, bro.
case,
Fucking land.
it is.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to take
baby.
a shot
Come
right
on.
away.
There you go.
Launches deep. A jump ball.
All the
This
fucking
is
way.
caught. A big play here for Dallas. Defense blitzed, but they picked it up pretty well.
Allowed their man to stand firm in the pocket and not be hurried, didn't it? That allowed him to make the nice throw downfield to help complete that play.
Let's run it. Let's run it.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10.
All right, Elliott.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Elliott once more.
Oh, what?
And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now, because the offense is on his toes and punching, and there was another 1st down run right there.
Now Elliott.
Oh, he's in. He's in.
Into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
There we go.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that drive, 4 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. And that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, look at that. You fucking sacked him.
Right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
Zerline good with a PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football.
Kick it off
and we
again.
witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Oh, boys.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones finding
Corey,
Sterling
what's going on,
Shepard for
dude?
his
I guess
first
we'll
catch.
see you in Philly Saturday.
And he'll get this
We all
up
know
to
the
the
Cowboys will be
30-yard
on. They'll be
line.
one and done. They play
And
nothing
despite
but
missing
Alex
4
Tucker.
games in 2020,
Man, it
Sterling
is what it
Shepard tied
is,
his
but I am
career
a
high
fan
with 66
hardcore,
catches,
so I gotta be
and
with
that
them
led
no matter
all
what.
Giant
That's a
receivers,
true fan.
and he makes a nice catch
But
there.
best of luck to him, though.
A 1st down carry from Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about
been playing
4
COD
at
lately?
2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive player, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Evan Ingram was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
Yep. Oh.
They'll set
fuck.
up the
They left
screen
him
to
open.
Barkley. And some room to roll now. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into
Fuck, no, I
this
don't see a
game.
point.
It hasn't been
Yeah,
the
dude,
greatest
it's
of
been-
first halves, but this
it's
is
been
a
rough.
nice throw here on 3rd down,
That's why I
and they
decided
keep
to
the drive
jump on
going.
Madden. Wait till I'm running the Hackers here.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Eagles for
Jones
life.
fakes
Nah,
the give to
man.
Barkley.
Oh.
That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. Shedding. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out
Eagles
of
for life.
bounds.
Nah.
CD, that's the 2nd time this half they've put it
To
on the
each
carpet.
their own,
Now, the
man.
first one they lost. Good news here, it doesn't cost them.
They do say that things even out in the course of a ball game, so you mentioned they lost the first one. This time, able to retain possession, but they can't get into this habit. The ball can't continue to go on the ground.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Yeah, my blue
They'll
green.
look to throw again. Throwing over the middle, and it's in.
True blue all the way, baby.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback.
Right there.
But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case,
And the pass is
Oh,
intercepted.
shit!
He was looking for Ingram. Picked up by
Damn!
Leighton Vander Esch. And the Cowboys are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape of what he's doing, maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on. Defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Play action now. Prescott.
Ah, fuck, I pressed the wrong
He
button.
finds his target. It's Schultz.
I pressed the wrong
This will
button.
be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the game there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on third down.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL.
Come on, there you go.
You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's
I am.
miles away and smiling.
And happy. That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth.
And now the up man has it. It's a fake. Anxious moments there on the fake, but they do get just enough to pick up the first down.
Thank
So
God.
they snap it straight to the up man.
Come on, Cooper.
What's his
Show
responsibility?
what we got, boy.
Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move, but oftentimes it's usually a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, and he's able to pick up the first down.
And he's got it. What a catch on the
Oh,
sideline.
fucking dumbass.
Touchdown, Cowboys. C.D. Lamb, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Let's try 2-pointer.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And his pass incomplete.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
That's no kick for the boys.
Fielded right around the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started at the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had of what he was going to do this season, and of course it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and boy, are they getting downfield creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. Looking to throw again on second down. Jones. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
And no one happier to see that than the Giants fans themselves. Saquon Barkley was used a lot his rookie year, 91 catches, which was a record for NFL.
There you go.
The Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. To try again after the sack. Jones to Barkley on the check down. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
A first down carry by
Oh, my God. Fucking.
And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
All right, let's see what we can do.
The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone.
If I would have been through. Go to the bathroom real quick.
Great return. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. So the missed field goal, and now they're in great shape. They'll start at the 38. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. Touchdown, Cowboys! Amari Cooper, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Zerline now for the PAT. And the lead is now 24. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. 1-play drive and into the end zone for 6. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. From the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
It's so tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at about the 28. Still going. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll give to Elliott. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And they'll get this down to the 10. 53 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs, because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. The give is to Elliott, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Cowboys add on. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The possessions. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Jones gets it quickly to Galladay. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They'll run on first down. Barkley. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys, because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Here we go.
They go to Elliott again. A giant hole up the middle, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 22 yards. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Well, it has been the passing game that's really been responsible for much of the scoring so far. But let's not forget about this running attack. They're pretty good, too, as evidenced right there.
And I think, Brandon, the fact that they've thrown the ball so well contributed to that touchdown, because that was a defense that was really keyed up to cover those receivers. All they wanted to do was blanket them. They didn't have enough men in the box to stop the run, and you saw the end result.
What's going on, dude?
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
It's not easy, dude.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
How do I change it?
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the young men.
Oh.
And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position.
He's got better at the game.
New York set to take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. So we're to get symptomatic.
Settings? Hold on. What settings? Okay. Game options. It's on rookie. Put that shit on Madden. Okay, I'll have to do it after this game, though. Ain't that fucking good, though?
I like that.
Your analysis symptomatic
Yeah, it'll
of
be
the
after
success of
this
this
game.
broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA
Hey, this is
Sports.
my first 2 games I played.
To throw again on second down, Jones. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
But I think I got the hang of it, so I'm going to change
So
it.
it's back to 3rd and 10.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I
that
thought
sucks if I
late
play on
game,
Madden.
down on
Okay,
the
okay,
scoreboard, had to figure they were
I'm
expecting
going to
to pass
change it.
down.
I'm actually, after this, I'm going to jump in and try to play with Toby online, see how bad I can my ass kick.
Defensively to snuff that one out.
Here we go. Here we go. Check 55.
Here's Jones on 3rd
Oh.
down.
Fuck outta here.
Galladay, that's complete. And they're going to
beats my
have this
ass
across
sometimes.
midfield and inside the 45.
See, you've been playing longer
This
than I
game is
have.
certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win
Like
column.
literally my
But as a
second day
defense,
playing.
they don't want to get so soft now that
But I think I
everybody
got
just
the hang
throws
of
the
it, so I'm
ball
gonna jump
all
in
over the
and
place
see if I can get
against
a
them,
match with
gets
somebody.
big yardage, and puts points on the
See how bad I
board.
really
They have
am.
pride, too, on that side of the ball.
60 Bison. 60 Bison. Line 55. Line 55. All day.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
Oh,
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to
Down
try
for some
anything
call?
they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones.
Oh,
Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 25-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting.
Barkley hit and the ball pops free.
I got shit real quick. You jackass. All right, dude. Appreciate you stopping by.
Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
2nd and 6 from the 10. Back to throw. Jones. And Rudolph has it. The tight end.
Got him.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty
Hail Mary the
symptomatic
shit
what
out
we've
of
seen
it.
all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth
Yeah, you'd
quarter.
say an afternoon to forget. Absolutely.
Hail Mary all the fucking way. How much far is that? Ooh, that's far. 1st and 10. All right. Come on, Lambs. What you got?
Prescott now after the fumble recovery.
I'm running. Fuck that.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Looking to throw, Prescott.
Let's go, boy. Let's go, boy.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Okay.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. He's going to go up top again.
There we go.
This is taken in. It's complete.
Yeah, bitch, yeah.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Zerline now for the PAT.
Let's see what that does.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. From the 10. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Meanwhile, Jones' throw here pulled in by Galladay. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Jones' throw here taken in by Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Open man right side is Ingram. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's caught by Galladay. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Let him know.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Looking for his receiver sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe try to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
Well, Prescott here to throw. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. On 2nd and 15 now. Prescott, and he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Dallas, they improved to 5-0 now on the
Entering settings screen, you have 19 options. Menu narration option is set to off. Entering settings screen, you have 19 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
Today, from Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, it's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Sports coverage of the NFL has us roughly midway between Boston and Providence. Everybody knows it as Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Dallas Cowboys and the New England Patriots. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here comes this Dallas offense led by Dak Prescott in his 6th season now as the Cowboy quarterback.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, and we'll see if he can keep his string of good games going right here.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Got an open man, it's Michael Gallup. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Michael Gallup is the unsung member of the Cowboys receiving corps, but he's made some big catches during his time in Dallas. Now in his 4th season, he makes another one there.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So that'll back him up 5.
Here we go.
Elliott. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
Here we go. Check 53. Block screen.
From the 41, Prescott.
Oh!
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. And Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one, because to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well, but that starts with the organization itself, all the way through. No. guys being out, finding guys who are capable backups who can step up and play when they need them, and we've seen the results of that. This team knows how to work through things.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17.
So,
He's
what's
such
going on,
a good
dude?
route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed
Oh,
over the years in
almost
the
had
NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Dak's going to keep it. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
That's for you, Reaper.
Dak Prescott keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead.
Oh, fuck, I think I fucked up. What do I do?
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. They'll run it here. This is James White. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. White's numbers from a week ago. 20 carries, 75 yards, and a touchdown.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The completion there by Mac Jones. Charles, what do you think this defense needs to do to slow down this young rookie from Alabama?
Well, as usual with a rookie, pass rush is big. Put some pressure on him and see if he can handle things in the pocket. But the other one is your defensive backs, linebackers who are covering people, they need to be on the spot because he's extremely accurate with the ball. He doesn't miss very many throws downfield, puts it right on his receivers. You have to be there to stop them at the point of the catch.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Randy Gregory able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And that's their 1st sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
And the AFC's Pro Bowl punter last year, Jake Bailey, on to punt for New England, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Out comes Michael Gallup and company as they take the field. He's well on his way to a 1,000-yard season, maybe on pace to just tear past that, Charles. Defensively, they need to pay a little bit more attention to him.
Yeah, I think so, because remember, throwing the football, that can shred a defense quicker than anything else, because as soon as the catch is made, he still has the ability to, yards after catch, get downfield, gain even more, score touchdowns, all of that. This is going to be a lot of fun to watch as this progresses, to see how they defend him and how he changes up his game in order to try and keep getting open.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many...
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. The challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. A first down throw for Prescott. He's got the connection to Cooper. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. So a first catch for him in the ball game. And you know the scuttlebutt has been he's not getting enough touches, enough catches, not feeling involved enough in the offense. So maybe that can get him going.
You and I both know that there's not a wide receiver alive that ever feels like in any game he got enough touches, even if he got 15, right? We all know that. But there's also not an offensive coordinator alive, a play caller, that isn't smart enough to get the ball to them and often that will keep his position.
On 2nd and 7, Prescott. He finds his man complete. It's Schultz. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Open man Lamb. It's complete. Touchdown. CeeDee Lamb. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm. Relax a little bit and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Here we go.
My bad, coach.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded right around the 8. And able to get this out to the 25. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago and in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
From the 27, Jones. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. Able to slither by. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Dak Prescott with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Zerline good with a PAT, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Short kick. One of the up mid will take it down. And he'll be set up in good field position here as he gets this up past the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things.
Entering settings screen, you have 19 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
Welcome back in, everyone, to EA Sports coverage of the NFL. Currently, the Patriots in control of